CMOS Africa on YouTube. Make sure you go search CMOS Africa on Facebook if you're going to watch the stream. The stream will be right here. Unfortunately, we won't take questions from here anymore, so I need you guys to migrate over to that side if you want the answers. Remember, you see, listen to this. Peace underscore reflection 9 ether. He's a 3, right? Giving thanks to this knowledge. Very important to know because I can actually sing. Yes. Now, if you tap into the information from Badim, they'll give you the songs that will do what? That will heal people. The numbers don't lie, Buffett. The numbers, they don't lie. All right, it's almost go time. Just get in here, you know, African potato, and social face, man. African potato. Before this, anything and everything internal. All right, this one right here, immune booster, fights internal infections, internal wounds. African potato. For those of you with autoimmune diseases, viral infections, HIV, any type of like viral disease, right? All right. Self-initiation numerology. This is for those who seek to understand themselves. All right, we're on. In the next 2 minutes. No, sorry, 8 minutes. It's 9:52 right now. In the next 8 minutes, we're on. Okay, for those of you tuning into the stream on Facebook and YouTube, drop us a thumbs up if you can hear this audio. Give us some feedback. Let us know if we're ready. Nah, it's go time now. You see, look at the variables. Numbers don't lie. Both parents actually passed on, but you've told me enough. I know what to do. Give thanks, King. Tap into the epigenetic memory. They will introduce themselves to you. All right, fresh, fit. Shout out. Like I said, we're streaming live from our store here in Durban. This is CMOS Africa. We sell a wide range of herbal products. We've got some specials running at the moment. Right now, if you visit us here in the Durban store, you'll be able to buy 2 gels and get 1 free. Or if you spend 1,000 Rand without any gel in that order, you will get 1 gel for free. You can also go to the store in Brakpan. Those in Pretoria, our store in Pretoria opens end of November. We'll be there. We might open slightly earlier. We might surprise you guys. But those in Pretoria, our store is going to be at the CCMA building, which is on Sisulu Street. So if you Google CCMA Pretoria, under there, Khonale, the shop, Kotlas, we are shop number 3 right there. Next to, I think it's Louis Pasture, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Louis Pasture. On Sisulu Street. It's one way coming up. So you'll need to go around so that you can come up. Rakwan, those of you in Pretoria. I drop in a video was Pretoria while abantu benba interviewer. Oh, wakatila man. Overlay. Oh, okay. Okay, Buffett, make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Why? So that we can push out the information to you guys in regards to the content, right? Algorithm, you play in our favor. YouTube Studio. I want to show you guys some of our statistics. Majority of you guys are subscribing. Our YouTube channel is growing gradually. We're going in the right direction in regards to what we're doing here on YouTube. Now, we've got 1,725 subscribers right now on YouTube. Now, 196 in the last 28 days. One of our top videos is on Imibang, right? In the last 48 hours, we had quite a few views on our video on Imibang. So every Monday we talk about Imibang. Those of you with an identity crisis, how to navigate, this is the stream for you. Then the next one, let's talk Machita. In the afternoon, Machita, and we're unpacking quite a few things in regards to Machita. Okay, 4 minutes to go. Okay, let's go. I'll tell you now. Yeah, toggle, 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 some more. One more. Perfect. All right, we're in Durban right now. We're in Durban right now. We're going to be giving away some free CMOS gel on the street. So if you catch us out on the streets, if you know you're in Durban, make sure you DM me. Maybe send me a message here. I bought 2 CMOS in Brakpan. They didn't give one free. It wasn't the special. It wasn't the special time, Maseti. We have time, yeah, the special. They were definitely going to give you one for free if it was on the special period. Now, every month we have this special around this time. Around this time. Buy 2, get 1 free. Spend 1,000 rand, get a CMOS gel for free. All right? On the laptop, we're connected to Leia Leica. Yeah, Leia Leica. Okay, we're about 3 minutes away from starting the stream. Self-initiation, numerology. All right? What is self-initiation? It's the process of self-discovery. Self-initiation is life itself. For some people, it takes them time to realize that life is an initiatory process. But if you understand numerology, it gives you this understanding. Why? Because we move in 1 to 9 phases. Now, as 9 etheric beings, our test is slightly different to the 6 etheric beings. We are being tested on all 3 levels, right? Past, present, future. This is why ancestry work is such a big part of who we are. Who are the 9 etheric beings? The neurocarbonated beings. You understand? Neuromelanin. Now, we are undergoing a soul evolution. We are chasing what? Stage 12. Remember, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. Huh? 3, 6, 9, 12. They're the 12 realms of Asgard, if you understand what I'm talking about. Also, internally, there are the 12 realms. There are 12 major organs in the body. There are 12 meridian lines in the body. This should give you context. Now, what is 12? 1 plus 2 is what? 3. We've spoken about the 3, connecting past, present, and future. So the 9 etheric journey is slightly more difficult. But why? Because we are ready. We are built for it. And what happens? We are dropped into the lower vibrations, the 3rd realm. Why? To get an even deeper test, to disconnect us with our higher self. We are connecting with the 3, which is the first stage, when actually we need to be vibrating in the level of the 9, because we are 9 etheric. When are you coming to Rosebank? We're coming to Joburg actually in end of January. Nah, end of January. All right. Give thanks. Peace underscore reflection. Shout out to you. Hence, I call myself Peace Reflection 9 Ether. Didn't even think about it a lot. Yes. Synchronicity in action. Injal, you know? Injal. Like, once you remember who you are, you will refer to yourself as who you are. This is why when some of the religious people, when you tell them that you're a god and they're like, it's blasphemy. It's blasphemy according to who? Fana nalaba bazothi uJesu uthi ngathi bahleli naye la uJesu. Okay, it's go time, Buffett. We're live right now. Let's get it going. Welcome to today's live stream buffet. Before we get going, we're going to start on this special right here. We're going to talk about the CMOS gel special, which we have running right now as we speak. If you visit us either in the Durban store, the Brakpan store, and you buy 2 CMOS gels, you get 1 for free. If you spend 1,000 Rand, you'll get 1 gel for free. I see here it says 2. It's actually 1 gel buffet, so don't be surprised, nah? It's actually 1 gel. This is an error. Apologies for that. Just for clarity, if you spend 1,000 Rand and this 1,000 Rand does not involve any gel in it, as it stands, you will get 1 gel for free. Or if you go to the store and buy 2 CMOS gels, you will get 1 for free. So, your friends, come together with your friends so that you guys can come get yourself some CMOS. Why CMOS, right? What is it about CMOS that everyone is trying to get it? Okay, let's start here. It's got 92 of the 102 minerals needed by the body. Remember, our electrolyte complex and our mineral makeup in the body has 102 minerals in there. These minerals, where do you see them? On the periodic table. This is our composition. Therefore, this is why certain people take what is referred to as multivitamins. This is a natural multivitamin that gives you 92 of the 102 that you need. How do you complete it? You add another herb called bladderwrack. Bladderwrack is also from the ocean. Great for this. Now it will give you the 102 minerals of the 102 that you need. Now let's continue on this gel. It's got carrageenan, which is what gives it this gel-like texture, right? This is what gives CMOS its character. Carrageenan is great for what? Rebuilding soft tissue and bones. Nah? Soft tissue and bones. This is why it gives you such great skin. People who take CMOS, their skin is glowing. Nah? It's great for gut health. It lines the stomach lining. So if you've got issues with bloating, constipation, acidity, it's great for that. It's a demuculant. It flushes out mucus from the chest. It clears mucus from the chest. Nah? It's also great for elderly people who are dealing with arthritis. They want to strengthen their bones, packed with magnesium and calcium. For those of you who've had sporting injuries and now you've got issues around tendons, you've got issues around painful joints, CMOS gel is going to be great for that in combination with Devil's Claw. So you get yourself Devil's Claw, you get yourself CMOS gel. Devil's Claw is going to deal with the pain and inflammation, and then CMOS gel is going to strengthen that area. All right? So, like I said, visit us either in the Durban store or the Brakpan store. Unfortunately, we can't ship gel out. Why? Because it's sensitive in core, it goes off. It needs to stay in the fridge, right? That information is all on the label of the bottle to tell you how to navigate the do's and don'ts of making sure you extend the shelf life, yes, CMOS. All right, let's get in on it, buffet. So today, we work on self-initiation and numerology. We're right here in studio here. Well, our makeup studio since we're in Durban. As you can see, Ronaldo capsules behind me. It's Tammy's doing production for us here at the back. And then I've got quite a few of you guys here in the comment section commenting on the video. Shout out to everyone who's joining the stream. We're talking numbers today, right? And the numbers as to how they help you to align in regards to your path. If you've ever heard the saying, the numbers don't lie, this is what numerology is about. Numerology is about using the numbers to give you context around who you are and what you are destined to be, all right? So in this third dimension, firstly, let's start here. Remember, Why we are here, this is an experiment, hence the firmament. What is the firmament? Let me show you guys what the firmament is. All right, the firmament. So some of you will dispute this. Some of you will tell us the world is a globe and so on. Okay, fine. I hold different perspective on it. Nah, I hold a different perspective on it. I want to show you guys images of the firmament. Even in the Bible, it talks about the firmament, right? Some say it's a glass dome. It's not a glass dome. It's actually like a force field, right? Creating a repelling energy. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I think this image will give it context. It's not actually glass. This is why they're trying to break through it with the rocket ships. They say it's a Project Fishbowl or something, right? They're trying to break through it, but they can't break through it. Why? Because it's a force field. We can't leave this dimension through the sky. We only leave this dimension through the ocean. We only leave this dimension through the ocean. Now, why did they create the firmament? Because it wants to create firmer men and women. How? It wants to control the test parameters. It creates an ecosystem. This ecosystem, then, it has life in there. We want to control the variables, God that is, right? Why? Because God wants to see under these conditions, how do the different gods exist and how do the different gods then coexist? You get what I mean? What are the outcomes going to be as a result of the permutations that are set up for you? What are these permutations? The soul contract, right? What is the soul contract? Things you agreed on before coming here. You told God, God, I want to go to this dimension, right? I want to go to Gaia. I want to go to Tiamat, right? AKA Earth. I want to arrive there and do what? I want to arrive there and undergo a soul evolution that is going to help me to grow. So. We are doing what? Making downloads on the epigenetic memory. These are software upgrades. Hence, self-initiation is life itself. We are doing software upgrades on the soul. Why? Because we then want to connect to collective consciousness. To give collective consciousness perspective is collecting data. This is what they are doing with AI, trying to establish an artificial collective consciousness. And this is why they've given us the cell phones, because the cell phones are collecting the information, right? We are doing the same too. We are here in the vessel, right? Which is what? An antenna, right? It's an antenna. It's a processing system. It's an information. It's a bioelectromechanical energy system that is collecting and processing all sorts of information. All the things you see with your eyes, they sit in the memory bank. The mind, right? The mind is connected to collective consciousness. It's like the internet. We shoot videos, upload onto Instagram, upload onto TikTok, right? TikTok does what? It's machine learning. Does what? It collects all this information. Everything, every single technology that we see here is built around how we are modeled, right? If let's go into lenses. Optic lenses work on this. The eye, right? This focal opening up and closing, allowing more light in. Now, if we look at the Dogons, for example, how were they able to see that Series B has 3 stars instead of 2? Because with the eyes, you can only see 2. What did they do? They opened the focal length. It is said some of their shamans have a full dark focal length. So what you see here with the iris, where you see the white, they have a full dark one. Why? Because they see like it's day and night. The Dogon, nah? The Dogon. Credo Muta talks about them. They're from Mali. They are the people who then study astrology. They at night go out to go see the stars. This is why they can hold on to information around what? Every 5,000 years, we need to go do certain rituals. Now, the lifespan of a human is not 5,000 years. So they've got rituals that pass this information on to tell their people who are now go, right? Life itself is an initiatory process. Once we get to understand that everyone is initiating, not just those with a calling, everyone is initiating. Once we understand that, Then we will connect the dots that everything that is happening is not a coincidence, both good and bad, right? It's called character development. So if you are trapped in the mind because you are yet to tame your mind, because you don't understand that all the things that are testing you, that are challenging for you, are as a result of you undergoing the soul evolution that I'm referring to, so that collective consciousness can do what? Can pull the data. Now, some of you are called for such a deep calling. What do I mean by this? We want to know what happens to a soul if it experiences severe trauma from start to finish. There are some people who've lived that type of life. From the day they were born to the day they die, they were in trauma perpetually. You understand? Why? Collective consciousness needs this data. It needs this data. This is why we are under the firmament, under controlled parameters. It's a scientific test. The test executed by who? The Elohim, right? Or the Galactic Federation. There are multiple firmaments, right? If you look at the Nos Confunded map, there are multiple firmaments, multiple, everywhere. This is why the only way to space is through the ocean, what we refer to as space. Up there, the reason it's blue is because it's water. Okay, let's get in on it. I hope everyone now understands that your life itself is an initiatory process. Everyone is initiating. Nah? All right, cool. What's up, Carol? Carol says she's born 2nd November 1988. I believe my life path is 3. Okay, I've spoken about the 3 in deep detail. Your job is to connect past, present, future. So you need to do what? Tap into epigenetic memory. What do I mean by this? Go and do your family tree. So you must communicate. C is the third letter. It's the third letter in the alphabet. When you communicate, what happens? It invokes this epigenetic memory. When you go and ask your mom, tell me about who we were in the past. I'd like to know who we were. Tell me about your great-grandparents. Tell me about your grandfather. Tell me about your grandmother. Some of you are seeing these people in the dreams, but you don't know who they are, right? They're trying to connect with you. Now, what do you need to do? Tune your frequency. Evoke the epigenetic memory by engaging your parents about who they are. Now, okay, some of you, your parents are late. You can then go and engage in prayer, right? Blue and yellow candle to invoke the downloads. Remember, like I said, this vessel is an information processor, right? So the ear is a vibration sensor. Sound is vibration. The eye is a light sensor, right? It's a light sensor. The third eye is a consciousness sensor, right? It's a consciousness sensor. The gut, right, is what? It's an energy center, just like the heart. The gut and the heart are closely connected. My gut feeling. I've got an off feeling about this person. The gut and the heart are closely connected. This is why to unblock the heart chakra, you must unblock the gut, right? The sacral. You must clean your gut. This is why this vessel operates at optimal only under the context that you cleanse the vessel. This is why habayetsa ntwaso, right? Or habayetsa any type of spiritual evolution, one of the key parts is constant detox. Rakwana Geri Carol. Now, you need to connect with past, present, future to do what? Connect with the past to impact the present to affect the future. You will be the spokesperson because you have access to the information from the past. This is what we're doing. Then you will speak about this. You'll be a speaker, you'll be a podcaster, you'll be a pastor, you'll be a trainer. This is where you'll flourish most. Let's talk about the 2. For me, it makes sense, right? The 2, you need to balance masculine and feminine. 2 is about balance. It's a feminine energy, right? It's a curvy number. You need to be in alignment with the flow of the universe. Right? Terence Howard Uchelo, Hore, there are no straight lines in the universe. What do we mean by this? Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Huh? Let's remove here. Stop screen share. All right, this is the flower of life. This is the flower of life. Notice in the middle there's the Star of David, right? In the middle there, or the Merkaba, right? For you to create this vortex energy, your Merkaba, your light body needs to be moving at 3,000 meters per second, right? 300,000 meters per second, I mean to say. That is the speed of light. Why? So that you can process the light codes. Firstly, so the center point, what does it then do? It propagates from the center to create what is referred to as the flower of life. Therefore, this is what they mean when they say you are the universe yourself. Right? This diagram right here is showing us the fundamentals of what is the fabric of this space and time. Right now, we're seeing it from a 2D perspective. But from a 3D or a 4D perspective, it completely changes. Right? This is where the binary code comes from. Binary code is 0 and 1s, but actually it's deeper. It's 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 3, 0, 0, 1, 4, right? It's not just 1 and 0. Very complex algorithm. This is the fabric of the space and time, and at the center of which is the Star of David, or the Merkaba, the light body. Some of you, the challenge you are having around impacting, remember, this Vesica Pisces, these little pellets, these petals that look like flowers, right? They are now what you are, like a tree. If the tree and its roots are grounded firmly and its energy is propagating in the right way, what happens? It will flower, right? So just like you need to work on the Merkaba. Once you've worked on the Merkaba, the light body, you will flower and then manifest life as we know it. There are no straight lines in the universe. This is what they mean by this. Therefore, you need to be in the flow of things as a two. This is what I'm saying to you, Carol. I'm giving you such deep information right now. Don't let this go over your head. Right? You need to strike the balance. So if, for instance, you're angry at your father because perhaps he wasn't present in your life, you will not have this balance. You will have an incomplete flower of life. All right? You will have an incomplete flower of life. We are all here to create this flower of life, because what will we do? We will then create the new universe. Why is collective consciousness seeking to spread itself through us? Because the reason they say we are the universe is because we will then, at a certain point, once we reach this 300,000 meters per second, do what? Go into another dimension to create the new universe. Then kuzoba umdale ubathi uCarol uDlamini, or once we connect to your true name, it will be referred to as that. You will be the creator of that universe. But before you can become the creator, you must have deep understanding of certain things. Each and every one of us will at a certain point then go on to create our own universe. God creates creations with seeds so that they can propagate the agenda of the universe. All right, let's keep going. Caesar, what's good? Do you have anything that clears dreams and that makes me remember my dreams? And what does it mean to dream floating in a dream, meaning spiritual? Let's talk about etheric wings. Now, remember, some of you are angels manifest here in the physical. Right? It means your light body is vibrating at a certain level. Now, your assignment is big. It's an assignment linked to what the Elohim has in store for you, right? Why? Because you need to be reminding people of who they are, which is in essence what these prophets are doing, but we make mistakes of deifying them. Shembe was here to remind us. Jesus was here to remind us. Lechanyani was here to remind us. Buddha was here to remind us. Right? All these prophets were here to remind us of who we are so that we can do what? Right? Fulfill the agenda. All right, cool. Now, with that said, since you're dreaming, of yourself flying. It's telling me, no, when you are the individual who's said to be you understand why? Because you've got what is called etheric wings. This is why a lot of people banalings tunya they struggle with back problems. Why? Because when your light body is heavy or your physical density is too heavy, those wings are very heavy. We've got what are etheric wings. For those who can see them, they can see your wings at the back. Right? So literally now in the dream sense, you are connected with your higher self. This is why you're flying, because you're flapping the wings. All right? Now, you need to engage in processes that remind you of who you are. Here's what has happened. The lower dimensional entities have engaged in a process of manipulating. Why? Because we're in the third density. Therefore, we are close to dimension 1 and 2. And in us being close to dimension 1 and 2, it is seeking to pull souls down into first and second dimension, so that the souls can manifest. What is the goal? Those that are in first and second dimension are seeking to ascend into higher realms. Now it needs people who come from the higher realms to then mind their vibration. Yes. To mind their vibration, to do what? To help them raise. This is why the spirits that are down there, it's easy for you to go and conjure them, because they seek to live down there. You go and conjure them, and then you use them as istwalo, and so on. Right? Dark work. Why? Because they'd rather be here terrorizing people than be down there connected with Satan and the lower vibrational entities. Kshubi. Right? Now, this is the challenge we are having. Hore. Raise the vibration. This is why the Egyptians, their goal was always to do what? They are focused on the afterlife, because some of them knew and they were able to conquer and get out the deepest, darkest realms. This is why it is Anubis' job to do what? Weigh your heart against the feather. Because will it be an eternal darkness or will it be eternal light? Your choice, bro. So therefore, when I suggest you engage in a process, you're raising your vibration through cleansing. We spoke about this. Through engaging in prayer, right? Through telling your people, I'm struggling to remember the downloads. The dreams are the downloads, right? They're the light codes that are put together in picture form using your subconscious memory bank, right? What do I mean by this? You dream of someone who you have issues with in the waking life, right? You and them experiencing conflict, some type of conflict. It might not necessarily mean that it is conflict with that individual. It might mean that there is an energy alien present, creating similar conflict to the conflict you have with that person. This is dream interpretation, right? We can go literal, we can go figurative, right? It depends on how your people speak to you and the level you're on. So this is why you're dreaming that you're floating, because you're an earth angel with etheric wings. You're not floating, you're flying. All right. Okay, ad break time. Time for a quick ad break, Buffett. Hold on. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's start here. We're going to do 2 ads. First ad is what? It's our post. Nah? We've got 2 jobs available for people. No, I think 4 actually. 2 times general workers for our new store opening in Pretoria. Okay, this is specifically for that. We've already taken CVs for people to come join us at the warehouse. Candidates must reside within the Pretoria central area and must not be more than 3 to 30 kilometers away from the store, right? You must be in close vicinity. You must email the CV to myself. That's the THB MSHB, as well as zvungvung at simosafrica.co.za. It's right here on screen. Take a screenshot. Unfortunately, this job is for people who are under the age of 30. If you're under the age of 30, you can join us. You will then do what? You will then undergo a process of training. The vacancies, we're taking CVs up until the end of October. So it's the 22nd today. So if you feel like you're aligned with this drop us a CV. Nah, this is for our store in Pretoria. Then let's go again. For those of you looking to use umuti to raise their vibration, right? We've spoken about this. Umutobov. Why? Because you are attracted to the lower vibrational energies that then cause this nyama. Yeah, you can come back. And then remove amatunza mnyama. Keep going. Remove istina one more time. Perfect. And then remove ischit, right? For, you can engage in this. The person who was asking the question just now, right? You can engage in umuti to assist you to raise your vibration, right? We're raising the vibration to speed up the merkaba, especially if usebumnyame. Rakwan again, in here it's a blend of various herbs to assist you in this process. You'd go on a 9-day cycle. This 9-day cycle would then be a process where you pray and talk to your people about removing certain issues that you're having. You can be specific. If you know you've got enemies, umutobov is for that. Sometimes you call their name. When someone is trying to fuck with your spirit, let me put it like that, you mention their name. Why? Because that's what they're doing. They're waking up in the middle of the night, going into the bush with your picture to go and shit on your picture. But like the lady red candles, black candles, talking about how they want you to go down. And then if God were to come closer to them and ask them, why do you want this person to go down? They don't have answers for that. Therefore, this is why they call upon the devil. Because the devil listens to the low vibrational thing. Jealousy is a low vibrational emotion. The lowest emotion of all is jealousy. All right, umutobov is for that, Buffett. When you're fighting certain situations in that sense, you can get it in our store or on our website. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see. Bakubulisa bafudumi athi wala thami. Bakubulisa. Yazwa baf. Udumi uyakubulisa la in the comment section. Yeah. Okay, let's do some numbers. Tobega's born 1803, 1996. What's good, Tobega? Okay, so 1 plus 8. We're doing the soul urge number, reducing the day of birth so that we don't waste time, right? 1 plus 8 is 9. This is the master manifester, the humanitarian. You're at the last stage. Remember, like I said, we're moving in stages, right? But it's propagating not in a straight line, but in this fashion. This tree of life, we are just seeing 1, 2 loops of it, but it keeps looping. If you see there from the middle is the Merkaba, right? Then it loops again. Then it comes out to the outer circle, which is the green, right? Perfect propagation. It is constantly propagating like this, like waves. If you were to throw a stone in water, the waves would propagate like this. Now, you need to propagate the next level. The next level, right? If we were to look closely, actually, at the Vesica Pisces here, you would see that it's got 9 in there, right? I'll come back with more details so I can show you guys. It creates 9 loops. It goes in loops of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It goes in loops of 9. 6 is 9, right? It goes in loops of 9. Rakwan, in there, how many petals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. I must look at it closely. It goes in loops of 9, from my understanding. Constantly propagating. Now your job is to do what? Engage in humanitarian work, to do what? Connect with God, so that what? God can work through you to manifest the next 1 to 9 cycle. Okay, Tobega, this is what you will create. So 9s must engage in what? Work that is humanitarian based. You must help people go forward. You must help humanity go forward. If your work is self-centered, forget about anything working out in your favor. Why? Because it does not align with the agenda of God, which is to create, procreate. Remember, it's God above all, right? It's God above all. You are closely connected to God to create this 9. We'll come back. I'll come back with a detailed breakdown of this so that we can understand it. And I'll try and simplify it as much as possible, right? So that we can understand it. Because this is who we are. We are vibrating from that center star of David, right? From that center or the Merkaba. We're just seeing it now at 2D. Now, we're only seeing it now at 2D, when in actual fact, it's in 4D, or even 5D, or even 12D, depending on your ability to process the information. Rakwan again. Okay, let's see. This is a great question, DG Alkebulan. Listen, Mkul, I just need to understand how the Gregorian and the African calendar work in terms of dates. Should our numbers be according to Gregorian and African? I think anything that takes precedence right now is as per the divine order of the Creator. Therefore, the Gregorian is relevant for the age we're in, especially in accordance to what? The current speed of light. The speed of light or the density we're in. I get it now, we feel like the days are going a lot quicker. Therefore, the calendar Yachale will not serve now. Why? Because it was aligned with the frequency Yachal. So even this African calendar, it was relevant then, what is referred to as the African calendar, right? It was relevant then. And remember, the calendar is just now following what? The solar cycle, right? The solar cycle, the sun, right? 365 returns of the sun. That's what we're tracking. No? Then other civilizations were tracking longer cycles, precession of the equinox, right? Some are tracking what the leap years, okay? Leap years. So for me, I feel like whatever is manifest now is relevant for the now. Yes, in the conscious community, they'll say, no, they fucked us. They did this and that to us, and so on and so on. If Mdali did not want this to be actioned, it would have not been actioned. Therefore, perhaps now, this energy are now around us going back to the African calendar is coming forward. Why? Because the universe wants to shift us back. Remember, the shift is gradual. It's not going to be tonight with this, tomorrow with that. So there must be people who will then, through their consciousness, this thing will invoke in them. For example, let's pull him up. Doing very important work, Leanna. Nah? I want to pull him up here so you guys can see him. He is ushering in the new age, right? He is ushering in the calendar that will serve us going into the new energies, the new frequencies. Right? He's from the Empire of Kemet. This is their movement. Remember, everyone is aligned with a certain thing. And under the sun, because of the quantum nature of things, we need to see multiple permutations running at the same time. Very complex algorithm, ultra complex. Some of you are more aligned with my ideology. Some of you are more aligned with Prophet Muhammad's ideology. Some of you are more aligned with Mkhulu Nsingiza's ideology. Some of you are more aligned with Lekhanyane's ideology. But everything under the sun is adding towards the collective consciousness's growth. Remember, I told you about the firmament. It's an experiment. There are multiple experiments underway all at the same time. None takes precedence over the other. This is why now we're in the age of information, because everyone is connecting the dots. Right? All right, let's keep going. It's 10:35 now. We're exactly 5 minutes away from the stream ending. Shout out to everyone for joining the stream. Today I'm on another vibration. I'm even seeing my candles, but I understand why. I went to the ocean before I came here. Now, I'm tapping into another vibration right now, and this is what we need to master. What are the things that are going to invoke the inner parts of you? The epigenetic memory, right? I'm born 11 July 2000, crowned underscore Gwen. What's up, Gwen? Welcome back. Shout out to you. My mom is born 26 April 1972. I feel we complete each other as I'm a 2 and she's an 8, adding up to 0 or 10. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's focus more on the dates of birth. Now, I'm gonna focus on the 11 here. I think this is the 11 is critical for you. Remember the soul's journey is eternal. The life path is just in this lifetime, but the soul's journey is eternal. This is why I like to talk on the life path, on the soul urge number, I mean to say. Right? The soul's journey is eternal. Now you're in 11, master number 11. What is the mastery about? This is the mastery of self. Before adding any other layers, you must master yourself, the inner layers of yourself. What must you master? We've already shown you the flower of life, the Merkaba, right? Your light body. You must connect with the deep inner aspects of who you are. These people are going to be the prophets. These people, their life will be challenging. Why? Because everything will be forcing them to focus on outward factors, right? But when all the factors are internal, and now you're an outward reflection of what's happening inside. If you're experiencing internal turmoil, outwardly we'll see this. Why? Because you need to be so closely connected to the heart chakra, to the one, right? Who is the one? The observer. You are not the thought. You are the part of you that is processing the thought. Why am I thinking this? You know what I mean, right? Hey, no, you're correcting your thoughts. You see who you're having these, you are the observer. You are the autonomic nervous system. What is the autonomic nervous system? The autonomic nervous system is what keeps the body running. When you're asleep, it's what says move the leg, because the way you're sleeping, you're pressing this nerve. It's affecting flow to this part of the body, therefore waking you up to shift you. It's called the ANS. The ANS is the observer. It is processing all the information, right? It is the eighth etheric body. Okay, we talk about the 7 chakras, but they're actually 12. The autonomic nervous system is the eighth etheric body. This is why the halo, right? The halo is in reference to that. When they show angels, babonsa halo. The halo is in reference to that. It is the eighth etheric body, the autonomic nervous system. Right? Now, you need to connect with this aspect of who you are so that you can do what? Download the light codes. So that you can do what? Do the prophetic work. You need to engage in practices that help you raise your vibration. So, ukuyehlanya. Yabona, baba ngisithunywa sasemanzini, isithunywa sasentabeni. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's what? Work engaged in raising vibration. We wear the colors, we wear the jackets, we wear the buys that have these colors. These colors have what? Vibrations. Right? These colors have vibrations. It's an exact frequency that we're tuning into. So you as an 11 are on this journey. Now, there will be no Kobela, there will be no pastor, there will be no prophet, there will be no Sangoma, there will be no one who helps you to connect with this part of who you are. You will connect with it yourself. Right? If you do not connect with this aspect of who you are, you're going to have challenges. You're born on the 7th month. What is 7? 7 is a very spiritual number. You will go a short distance of time and then down. Drastic change. You will undergo a drastic change, which for me will be the spiritual evolution now. All right. I will not go into your mom. I'll leave you with the 11 for now. Yes. Kabza. Fedi. Yes. Check the Great Empire of Kemet. He's talking about the calendar. Right? Isulo Saganum Kubula. Right? Offset. Gap. Right? Aligning with what? The 12 aspects of what? Egyptian methodology. Each month represents a certain deity or a certain energy. Right? Similar to the zodiac signs. Yes. Right? Similar to the zodiac signs. This is why I say, Hore. This is why I say, Hore. It is all relevant. It's just how we choose to interpret it. Let's see. 10:41. No, it's time to go now, Buffett. It's time to go now. It's time to go, Buffett. Hope everyone had a good time on the stream. Shout out to everyone who joined us for the stream. Self initiation, numerology. Shout out to everyone who follows us and they feel like they are learning from what we do. We feel your vibration and the love. Everywhere I go, I run into people who give me love. With him, Fit, thank you for this and this and this. Shout out to you guys. Naki kopa one thing. Let's come day 5. I'm just here doing my job. Let's come day 5. I don't want to turn into Lekhanyan. I want the freedom of movement. Right? I do not want to be restricted by the movement because no, no. This is not what I'm seeking. We are all gods connected to what? Collective consciousness. You understand? I'm just there where my vibration is tapped in. Rakwan. Why? Because it is you guys who will feed my ego. And I've worked so hard to disconnect with that. It is you guys who will feed my ego, right? This is why the pastors are engaged in the way they're engaged, because it is society that is feeding the ego. Rakwan. I'm not there. That's not my goal, right? That's not my goal because I'm tired of repeating this cycle. I want to finish now, right? I'm chasing that 12 points. I want to finish now to then go and do what? Create the universe, right? Okay, cool. Catch you guys on the flip side. Tomorrow we talk all things herbal medicine. Don't forget, we've got specials, nah? I want to end it with this. Renale special, Yasimos gel. Here it is on screen. Nah? You can come into our store either here in Durban or Brakpan to come get yourself access to some CMOS gel. Buy 2, get 1 free. The special runs up until the end of the month. All right. Shout out to the gods. Have a good day, Buffets.